Are you someone like me who is also in her personal journey to greatness? Baka naman, kaya hindi mo pa nakukuha yung success na gusto mo is because you are missing on this one thing. So, hey guys, good morning. This is Gwenny, and I am the Millennial Breadwinner, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Journey with Gwenny. So, again, kung di ka pa nakasubscribe, subscribe on this video and let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this video. So again, I am Guen Salmorin, and over the past 2 years, I have coached over 100 Filipinos in terms of their financial and life wellness, and I empower millennial breadwinners and Filipinos all around the world to live a life of freedom. So let me start this video by sharing a story. So, if nakita nyo yung Facebook post ko, ang picture niya is my wine. So, here's the story. This actually happened this week lang din, last Wednesday. So, the picture that I posted was wine glass with sangria. So I was celebrating that time. But would you believe that 3 hours before that, I was actually crying? Yes, I was crying on that afternoon after having a conversation with one of the people that I look up to or accountable to. And this is how the conversation went. In summary, ang conversation is that I was told that I am smart, I am flexible, and I am the right person for the job. Nakakatawa, di ba? Kasi kung isipin mo, bakit ako umiiyak when I receive a positive feedback? Yes, exactly the point. No? So, when that happened, after that conversation, what I did is I tried to escape that emotions by scrolling through social media. Yun yung pinaka first na chicken exit ko in not dealing with my emotions. So, what happened is, after 10 minutes, I still find myself crying. And I ask myself now, so sabi ko, why is this happening to me? Why is my reaction like this? Dahil logically, I'm given a positive feedback. I should be happy. Well, I am not, because I am crying dahil I cannot think of a reason why hindi ko ma-absorb yung positive feedback na yon. So, may moments din ba kayong gano'n na yung boss mo, yung clients mo, the people around you are already giving you positive feedback, but, and even the numbers it's proof that you are doing great. But it's just that, hindi mo ma-absorb yung positive feedback na yun. Like, nire-resist mo siya. And that is where I found myself. I found myself resisting the idea because I cannot put my mind into it. Like, bakit ko na-receive yung ganong idea? And actually, in one of the research na yun, yung tinatawag na cognitive dissonance. So, that is where our mind sees inconsistencies. So, on my case, it's like, yes, the people around me told me that I'm smart, I'm flexible, and I'm the right person for the job. But the inconsistency is where I don't see myself as smart, flexible, and right person for the job. So, and according to the research, no, those things, that how that I react is actually can be traced back through with low self-esteem, no, which I suffered or experience when I was a child, because isa mga experiences or yung mga trauma ay siguro pang ibang video na lang yun. So, looking back on that, so okay, ganun pala yung nangyari sa akin. So, I cannot absorb that experience because of low self-esteem, and because of that, yun, nagkakaroon ng cognitive dissonance on my brain, and I cannot accept that positive feedback. So now, um, ano nangyari? No? So, I tried to look back on what happened during my childhood. Well, there are a lot of events, but there's this event that keeps on recurring and recurring that eventually formed that belief on my mind. So here it is. For me to absorb, or kumbaga parang tanggapin ng katawan ko, ng mind ko, ang positive feedback or recognition, it needs to have two elements. So first is that it needs to be done in front of a lot of people. And second is that I had to be number one, and there has to be number two and number three. So those two things during that conversation that went down on that Wednesday afternoon didn't have those two elements. So now, yung mind ko, dahil naka-frame siya na good job is like having those two elements present, which is not present on that part, para siyang bago. So parang nataranta yung utak ko, hindi niya alam kung paano siya ipaprocess. But, so that is how I will only accept my good job back then. So now, looking back at that, okay, so that is how I process, no? Or that's how my mind will be able to comprehend, not really, no, to parang ma-absorb na yung positive feedback na yun. So what I did is this, and maybe you can also do it if you experience also the same thing like myself. So, di ba, ang mind ko, sabi niya dapat merong part na merong number 2, merong number 3, so that I would feel I am number 1. So this is what I did. I reframed my mind that there will always be a number 2. But that number 2 is also myself, which is, I call her Gwen 1.0. So every time that I get better at doing something, I call her Gwen 2.0. And then I compare my progress dun sa Gwen 1.0, para on my mind, naiisip pa rin niya na, oh, meron pa rin number 2, so that I can absorb it. So that's how I play tricks on my mind. And actually, it worked. No? It worked because after that experience, and after that being in agreement with myself that this is how I will treat it, that my old person is my number 2 and my new and growing person is number 1, I was able to, take it all in. Take all the positive feedbacks, take all the hard work that I have done, and that I was able to actually celebrate my success. So, if may mga ganun din kayong experience, no, look back. Why, bakit ko nire-resist yung mga positive feedback? Or, am I celebrating my successes enough? Diba? So, bakit nga ba importante that you celebrate your success? Because sabi ng mga researchers, no, it actually releases endorphins. So, it makes you excited, no, it just gives you a ball of energy. Napansin nyo ba? When you are recognized, normally, no, when you are recognized, tapos na-accept mo siya fully, di ba parang you have this another ball of energy running inside you to push through and to do the next. Kasi parang sobrang hype na hype ka. So that is what celebrating success do. So actually it all begins in the mind. So when it releases endorphins, so it gives our minds a kick, okay, to do more, to better. Kasi if we're not celebrating our success now, it frames our mind na there's nothing exciting. So it does not release yung mga kailangan nating mga ano na yon, yung mga endorphins na yon. So we poorly perform after we poorly perform kasi nga there's nothing exciting. But when things are excited, which is punong-puno ka ng endorphins, no, which can come from celebrating your success. So nakikita natin talaga na it's really vital that we celebrate our successes. So, 3 questions to ask yourself. First is, when was the last time na may nag-compliment sa'yo? Remember, when was the last time? Ano yung compliment sa'yo? Kailan nangyari yun? So, isipin mo, kailan mo huling na-receive yun? Kasi sinabihan ka na maganda ka, sinabihan ka na magaling ka, kailan yun? And then, number 2, ask yourself, how did you responded to that compliment? Nahiya ka ba? Did you accept it? Or parang katulad ko, may experience din, niresist mo siya. And then, third, but not, ano yun, third, but not the least, ayan, nabubulol pa, is that, how can you celebrate yourself with that compliment that you receive? So, because I believe that to live a life of freedom, if you really want to live a life of freedom, you should also allow yourself to be free from the judgments of your own self. And that can only happen when you start to face your emotions, to not blame yourself for that emotions, because nung mga bata tayo, di ba, we just accepted all the happenings, experiences na nangyari sa paligid natin. So, I hope guys you learned a lot on this video. And again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. It's Journey with Guen. And I'm opening up my 3-month mentoring coaching program. So if you want to grow in terms of your personal development, life, finances, so you can message me on my Facebook page. Yes, so I will link it down below. And again, if you have any more comments, suggestions, let me know kung ano pa yung mga gusto nyong videos na gawin in the future. And again, thank you so much guys for your time. And I hope this video will help you to live a life of freedom. Bye!